Hi, I'm Amy with Storyline Travel. If you want some exclusive space to call your own on your next cruise, consider the Sanctuary on Princess Cruise Line. The Sanctuary is an adult-only outdoor oasis that offers an elevated level of tranquility. We were able to secure 2 different reservations on our recent cruise. So I'm going to share our experience, some of the things I learned, including one important thing you might want to know before you make your reservation. My daughter and I recently enjoyed a girls' cruise on board the Regal Princess, sailing out of Galveston. The spring break cruise was full, as expected, and there were a lot of families on board. Now, that's not a bad thing, but we eventually found ourselves looking for the adult-only spaces. Deck 17 forward is where you find the relaxing retreat pool. There are 2 hot tubs, and the pool does have room for laps, but you need to get there early because it gets crowded pretty quickly. There's a ledge around the pool that's a popular place to hang out, sit, and just visit, catch up with friends or family who are sailing with you. This area is 18 plus, and it's a great place to catch some sun, to read, swim, or make new friends in the hot tub because they were always busy. There's no fee to enjoy the retreat pool, so this adult area is open to all guests 18 plus, and plenty of loungers, but they're first come, first serve. So on busy sea days, we didn't have too much trouble finding one, but it did get harder on sea days to find that extra space. There are some poolside cabanas, and they're available for rent, and I'll tell you about those in just a moment. Within the retreat area, you will find the entrance to the Sanctuary. This is a quiet, exclusive outdoor space with single loungers, a few double loungers, and cabanas. There are also some public spaces if you want a change of seating during your reservation time. The covered gazebo offers more shade than the lounging chairs and has different seating configurations like the couches and table so that it's easier to eat if you decide to have a meal. There's also swinging chairs that give you a chance to relax with a gentle swinging motion. Your Serenity stewards are available to take your order from the Sanctuary menu. This menu is offered from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It includes fun bento boxes with delicious healthy offerings like the fattoush salad with grilled chicken, which I really enjoyed, or the grilled shrimp with white bean salad. Infused water options are available all day, and any drinks you would like can be ordered from your steward. The cabanas offer more luxury with a shaded area and plenty of seating, as well as 2 loungers out in the sun. Extra amenities include a television with noise-canceling headphones, luxurious robes and slippers, a welcome cocktail, and healthy snacks including nuts and dried and fresh fruit. If you're interested in a luxurious spa treatment, check out the Lotus Spa Cabana and treat yourself to a refreshing couples massage, enjoying a beautiful ocean view. The best time to sign up for a Sanctuary lounger or cabana is on embarkation day. We were not able to make reservations prior to our cruise or at any time on the app. When you board the ship, head right up to the Sanctuary entrance and reserve your space. On the Regal Princess, the Sanctuary is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. You can choose a half-day a.m. selection of 8 a.m. to noon or p.m. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. or you can select a full day. You also get to choose the location of which lounger or cabana you want from the available ones. The reservations are penciled on the deck map by your room number, and we did not get any kind of a reminder call, so be sure and put it on your personal calendar so you don't forget when your reservation is. And if you're not sure, you can always go back up to the entrance and check with the steward there, and they'll confirm the date and time for you. Our first Sanctuary reservation was 2 single loungers in the Sanctuary area, and we chose a half day in the afternoon, so it was a 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. reservation, and our reservation was during a port day. So we spent our morning exploring Cozumel shopping for Mexican vanilla for some friends, and enjoying our favorite guacamole. Then we got back on the ship and headed up to the sanctuary. When we first arrived, our assigned loungers were in direct sunlight, and thankfully they were not fully booked, so they were able to move us to some loungers that had a little bit more shade. But keep in mind, even with the shaded areas, it's not full sun protection. It was warm since we were in Mexico, and there wasn't much of a breeze since we were sitting in port. The public gazebo saved the day. We ended up spending most of our time here under the full shade and the comfort of the gazebo. Now, we didn't realize that the sanctuary menu stopped at 2 p.m., so we almost missed the chance to order our bento box. The sanctuary closes food service at 2 p.m. so that they can prepare for tea time at 3 p.m. But I was told that the pizza and burgers can always be ordered. It was really fun to relax in the gazebo and have our tea service come right up to us, and small bites to satisfy your snack cravings. So here is that important fact that I think you need to know before you make your reservation. The sanctuary is right below the ship's horn. You definitely want to keep this in mind if you reserve your quiet and tranquil sanctuary lounger or cabana on a port day. As you get ready to leave port, the captain will sound the horn, and it is really loud. But once we got out of our port, it wasn't a problem anymore, and it was a really enjoyable view to be right on the front of the ship as we sailed out of Cozumel. Our second sanctuary reservation was a poolside cabana. When we reserved this cabana, because these are outside of the main sanctuary area, I didn't realize that these are actually part of the sanctuary. So when you reserve a poolside cabana, you get all of the amenities of the sanctuary, but right by the pool. Choosing which cabana can be tricky, as we realized that depending on the position of the ship, some cabanas were in the sun more than others. The cabanas do offer some wind protection because they have one glass wall on the side. We reserved our poolside cabana for a half a day, and we chose the AM option, so it was 8 a.m. to noon. Our cabana reservation was on the last sea day, and I really loved this idea because I always feel like that last sea day just feels more crowded. Here are a few things to be aware of. The sanctuary menu does not start serving until 11 a.m. And even though our steward took our order early so she could put it in right away, it still didn't arrive till around 11:30. So we felt a little bit rushed to finish eating by our reservation time, which was noon. Another thing to consider is the space within your cabana is your reserved space, but all around outside of your cabana is public walk space. Because of the ledge around the pool, it's a fun place to hang out, sit and relax and visit with friends, and some of that's going to happen right in front of your cabana. But again, everybody was kind, nobody was overly loud or obnoxious, and it was a great day. So, would we reserve a spot in the sanctuary again? Yes, definitely. Our experience was a positive one. Probably not perfect, but that's okay. There were some things we learned, and now we know what was going to work better for us next time. The sanctuary stewards were awesome. Very friendly, helpful, attentive, always available. If we looked like we needed help, they were asking, making sure we had what we needed. Our poolside cabana was a smart idea, especially for that last sea day. For some reason, the same number of people feels more crowded to me on that last sea day. Probably because we had port days before that, and so port days are thinner with people off the ship, and when everybody comes back on board, it feels crowded. So it was a good idea to have that cabana that day. I don't know if we would go with the full day rental. You're free to come and go. You don't have to stay in your lounger the whole time, But we like to participate in events around the ship and do things inside, so the half-day rental was really good for us. Everybody has a different cruising style. I like that Princess offers the half-day or full-day options so you can experience the sanctuary your way. I hope you enjoy this peek at the sanctuary experience, and just think, a personal lounger could be waiting for you on your next Princess Cruise adventure. And at Storyline Travel, we believe every adventure is a story waiting to be told.